Hey guys, Jason Samkovic here with a tip for you. Just got done hunting this morning here, and getting everything packed up and ready. And it's actually right now it's 1:20 in the afternoon. Okay, so it's 1:20, and I've been out here since before daybreak. Actually, it was storming this morning. We had thunderstorms. I could see the lightning crashing on my way in. Listening to the thunder, see the lightning strikes. It's pretty cool. Raining like crazy. So I got my rain gear. Here I took this off again. You don't wear rain gear when it's raining. The pants you can't take off with a harness, but the jacket I did. So we don't want to wear that stuff then, but so it turned out to be a nice afternoon now. But the thing I want to talk about is how long should you stay on stand in the morning? Should you let the clock dictate that? Should you let your watch tell you what time to hunt till? And my feeling 100% is absolutely no. You should not. You should actually let the decision be how much time you have to hunt. There is no good or bad time to be in the woods. It's mid-October. It's October 18th, I think, right now. And I have done, I want to say, well, this is my 19th sit, 19 times in the woods. So figure half of those mornings. So 9 mornings this year and then every other year. But honestly speaking, when it comes to seeing deer in the actual woods in the mornings, I can count on one hand how many times I see deer in that first hour of daylight, maybe even that first hour and a half. Today, like I said, I was on stand at 7:15 this morning. It's now 1:30 in the afternoon. I didn't even see my first deer until 10:45. Okay, from 10:45 until noon, I had deer moving through. And the only reason I'm getting down now is because I have to. I have obligations tonight, so I don't have a choice. But otherwise, I would have just stayed as long as I can and moved I would have got down to just move to a different location. Eat lunch in the car as I'm moving from one spot to the other, something like that. But or I'll sit all day, which I do quite often. We're not even at the rut yet, though. And still, it's like I said, here we are seeing a ton of deer. 9 deer today, including a decent, I would have shot him, a nice 6-point, which for here where I am in that deer camp central of the middle of the Mitten in Michigan, where our public lands are overrun by deer camps and people that come up from every corner of the state. This place here, to be right here and do that, to see deer like that, I'd have shot that 6-point all day long. And it's the same one I saw yesterday morning, I believe, because I'm only about 500 yards away from where I was yesterday. But 9 deer, in that, after everybody else would have already been home. They would have been done, gone, and finished and out of here. And I'm still seeing tons of deer. And that's actually when the deer even started. So don't let that clock dictate for you when you should or shouldn't get down. The famous 10 a.m. Oh, hunt hunt in the morning till 10, get down, take a nap, eat lunch, go back out for the last 2 or 3 hours of daylight. Well, if I've been on stand since 7:15, 8:15, 9:15, 10:15, 11:15, 12:15, 1:15, I've been on stand for over 6 hours. 6.5 hours almost. And like I said, first part wasn't even productive. I'm hunting close to bedding. Right there is actually a point that goes out into a CRP field that's all high grasses. And then right over here, I got a tamarack swamp right there. So I'm kind of right in the middle of them. But I picked these places on purpose knowing that they're going to be those kind of spots that I'm looking for. Do not let that clock dictate. Do not let, if people make too many assumptions. When I'm in out-of-state hunting and I'm out there in Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, wherever I am, Ohio, whoever I'm hunting with, they know. Don't make plans to meet at a truck at, to make plans to meet at a truck at noon or 10 a.m. or anything like that. Because there's a lot of times I'm not getting down. I'm not getting down at all. And if I do get down, it's to move just a little bit or go find a place that gives me more confidence and get set right back up. But as far as coming out of the woods, it doesn't happen. On my out-of-state trips, there is no out of the woods at all. There is no clock that dictates anything. Now, obviously there are situations where you might have to move somebody or something like that. But for the most part, it doesn't work that way. It's I'm in the woods anytime I can be in the woods. And if you're not doing that, you're missing out tremendously. I can't tell you how much you're missing out by jumping out at 10, 11, noon, any of that kind of stuff. If you have the time, hunt. And now that goes the other way too. People, I see a lot of people that are like, oh, I overslept today. I slept in too late. I'm going to have to just skip the morning hunt. There is no morning hunt. There is no evening hunt. There is no midday hunt. There is daylight and dark, and you are allowed to hunt during daylight anytime you want to, so hunt during daylight. There is no set time frames in any of this kind of stuff. Use it any way you want it to be, anytime you want to be out there. Get out there and make it happen. That's all there is to it. You know, don't forget what you're reading in magazines or on the internet kind of stuff. If it's daylight, you can shoot deer. And deer move during daylight all the time. Don't think any differently. Don't let that clock dictate when you can and can't hunt, where you're going to be and where you're not going to be, what you are and aren't going to do, how you're going to do it. Forget all that kind of stuff. Same with the evening hunts. There is none of this, you know, well, I want to be on stand for the last 3 hours. I got on stand yesterday. I moved. I hunted all day yesterday. I left my stand in the afternoon, or early afternoon, about 1 o'clock. I got out of stand, moved to a new spot. All I had to do was just go out to my car, get it, you know, I ate lunch in the car, got out of the car, or drive down. I only went maybe a mile down the road, got myself reset up. Once I was set up and in there, I climbed up. I was in a t-shirt because it's still warm. It's unseasonably warm like it is right now. This is ridiculous temperatures. It's unseasonably warm. It's 70, got to be 70 something right now. It was 44 this morning when I got in here and raining. So temperatures are just, you know, all over the place. But with that said, I also, yesterday was very similar kind of day. So with it being that way yesterday too, I hunted in the morning, came out, got set up, or relocated, got set up. I was on standby about 2:30, dressed like I am now, but with a gray t-shirt on. And I climbed up in that tree, and I was sitting there cooling down, letting myself keep myself from sweating. Before I got to, you know, put on my other shirt, my hat, that kind of stuff. And while I was just sitting there, I had 3 does pop out of that bedding area right next to me. Unfortunately, it popped out on the downwind side, so as I'm standing here like this, I'm expecting them to come out from here and funnel to me. They popped out there and wanted to come this way. Well, my wind was blowing this way. They popped right out here, and before I could get a shot, before they cleared it, I was busted, you know, wind-wise. So I had no options there. But I mean, that was, you know, we're talking 2 o'clock or 2:30, whatever it was in the afternoon, and I'm into deer. Ended up seeing a bunch of deer last night too. Nothing that I wanted to kill. Like I said, it's getting kind of closer to the rut. I'm kind of holding out a little bit here, hoping that I can get into a set of horns before I head to my out-of-state trips that I'm gone all in November for. But point being, forget the whole that clock. Forget the clock. Forget what they say about times you should hunt, shouldn't hunt, how you can hunt, when you can hunt, where you can't hunt, what you can do, how you're going to do it. Forget all of that stuff. None of it matters, and none of it makes any sense. If it is legal time to be in the woods, and it is legal shooting light, be in the woods. Get out there, make it happen, give it everything you got. You can't kill a deer sitting on your couch, and you're sure not going to kill a deer sitting back at camp telling war stories about how the day went. You kill deer by being in the woods. Deer are in the woods, and deer move all hours of the day. How many times have you left the woods, got in your car, started to drive, and then you ended up seeing deer, or jumping deer on your way out of the woods, things like that kind of stuff? It happens to all of us all the time. Remember that. Think about that. There is no time to be in the woods that is bad during daylight. Anybody that tells you different, they're lying to you. They don't know, or they're trying to justify something to themselves. And I don't buy it for a second. I don't agree with it. And the only time I get out of the woods is when I am obligated to, when I have to. It is October. I am slam busy with work. I got a million different things going on, so I don't have a choice as to when I can and can't hunt right now. You know, I have to do the work obligations and stuff like that. But other than that, if I got time free, daytime at all, doesn't matter, afternoon, even if I mean, this year I've been fortunate, you know. I mean, my daughter's gone, she got her own place, And so we're kind of empty nesters, and so we got that freedom. Tina's got a million things she's got going on, so if I'm not working, I'm able to get out here and do some hunting and make it happen. But in the past, there were times where I would just go out and only hunt literally for 3 hours in the afternoon. I would go out there at noon and hunt till 3 because that's the only time I had available. Is it worth driving 35, 40 minutes to go sit in a stand for 2.5 hours in the middle of the day and then drive back? Yeah, killed a lot of deer that way. Let it be a lesson for you. Forget the clock. Ignore the clock. Forget what time it is. Forget what's going on. Forget all that stuff. If it's daylight, you can legally kill deer. In order to legally kill deer, you need to be in the woods. Morning is not better than evening. Evening is not better than midday. Morning is not better than midday. Any time of the season, any time of daylight, be in the woods. Hunt the right places for that. Okay, but even that, I can't even say that that's wrong too, because I can't tell you how many times I'm seeing deer that are on, like I'm seeing actual deer in midday sitting on oak trees as I'm driving in and out of places. So it doesn't matter if you're hunting food, doesn't matter if you're hunting, bedding, doesn't matter if you're hunting transition lines, doesn't matter what you're hunting. Deer move at all times of the day throughout the season. Plus you got the jumpers, okay? Jumpers are the ones that are bumped by people. Right now, I'm out here on state land. Now this particular spot I'm in, I'm 1.4 miles in from the truck. That's why I took everything off. I'm going like this because we're almost 1.5 miles deep here. It's going to take me 40 minutes to get out of here. But with the pressure from other people, they will push deer. Okay, so you got people that are leaving their stands at 10 a.m. They're going to bump and push deer by you. Okay, you got people that are coming in to scout midday looking for a new area to go. They're going to bump and push deer around. You got the people that are coming in for their evening hunts that are going to push deer around. You got all these factors. You got quads, motorcycles, side-by-sides. You got hikers. You got small game hunters. You got bird hunters. You got squirrel hunters. You got everything moving that's going to be moving through the woods on public land. They will push deer by you. There is no time to not be in a stand during daylight. No time at all. It's all good time. I did a video last year, 2 years ago, on when's the best time to get in the woods. Again, I think you're much smarter if you have a 4-hour set to hunt. You are much smarter getting in the woods right at legal shooting light or 10 minutes before it. I'm not talking sunrise. I'm talking legal shooting light. If legal shooting light's at 7:30, if you can be on stand by 7:20, you nailed it. Spot on. That's exactly what you want to do. Why? Because now you have 4 hours there. If you get on stand an hour before, you are spending an hour in a non-hunting environment. You wasted 1 hour of your time where you cannot hunt. Put that hour on the backside so you can stay longer. So if normally you get on stand an hour before daylight, you sit till 10 a.m., stop it. Get on stand right before legal light starts and stay until 11. Watch the difference. So that's my tip for you. Thanks for watching.